They said gray paved the way, chased the rain, release the pain, least you sane, getting paid, trend setting, brighter days, doper rap, tighter sets, high and deadly, I'm a fighter jet, journey.
Happy Friday. I hope you had the most bangingest of weeks. Right now we are playing like Marty McFly, Doc Brown, and I forgot the dog, and I'd be the dog. But we're going into the future because today is Monday, and we're doing Wednesday already. Friday, this one will drop on Friday. I was sitting here, I was like, you know what? We'll do a Batman and Robin thing today, right? Muffins had the Batman earlier. We played the Robins. And then Rob K had Batman, and we're playing Robin. But the way that Rob K explained this, I was like, shit, I don't get to be Batman, which I'm okay with. And I'm going to be the John Stockton. He's going to be the Malone. I'm going to pass him the rock for him to finish because we got Akira in Bloodsport. But you know what? I'm going to go last, right? Even if Muffins will say 2 seconds, he'll say 2 seconds. And Rob, please give me a breakdown. I'm gonna throw something out there, and then I'm gonna throw something for you guys in a second. But I want to just beat a Robin again.
All right. Piggybacking off of Wednesday's short, we have more Bloodsport action with MLW involved. This time, Akira, former MLW middleweight champion, taking on the Violent Gentleman, Victor Benjamin. And I don't know who booked this match because, man, weight classes aren't a thing.
No.
He gave up so much size. I think the only bigger size of this match was the main event of Josh Barnett and Johnny Bloodsport. But we're not going to talk about that because this is an MLW pod. But yeah, Akira took on Victor Benjamin, who prides himself as being a quote-unquote Thai fighter. Nerd references, of course. But he also, is a dude who's a big dude, jacked dude, and will either kick your head off or throw you clear around, especially if there's a big size difference, such as there was with Akira. But it's notable because I felt this match, despite the Bloodsport's reputation for being very realistic and really focusing on the MMA, this match was almost told in pro wrestling terms. Yes, it was a lot of grappling, a whole lot of grappling because both men are very good at grappling. But really, they told a David versus Goliath story with an underdog Akira, just because of the size differential and the fact that Benjamin was more than willing to bend the rules just enough to take advantage of whatever situation happened to arise. That being said, Akira got the crowd on his side for this and actually got like a couple of brief, real flashes where the crowd really erupted for him, where he looked like he's going to pull this off, despite really overall, it was very... He spent a lot of time being beaten and thrown about, but the important thing was he went down swinging, he went down spitting, he went down with the birds going, almost the entire time before Benjamin took his head off with a kick. Play-by-play aside, and I really want to get on my soapbox here about how underrated Akira is. I don't know how he's still under the radar of people who think of him as just a garbage wrestler. Yes, he thoroughly enjoys doing himself a death match. He is the ace of Baka Gaijin, or next gen Baka Gaijin per se. He's more than willing to roll in light tubes, but the dude's got a legit catch wrestling background to him, who can transition hold for hold with a lot of great grapplers. And Bloodsport, once again, is a showcase for that. He got to show that off. It got some big suplees on the much larger Benjamin, and we're just going to listen to people, him have a match next week where he gets cut and people are going to call him a garbage wrestler. We are still hearing that moniker thrown about in MLW, despite the bangers he's had with, even within the calling matches, but against Rocky Romero, should have put him on the map. Bloodsport is another thing. It should be putting him on the map, especially again with his character work of just never say die, being an extremist.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, you got something? Go ahead.
Yeah. Actually, I was gonna say I don't know anything about Bloodsport again, but I know the savage gentleman Victor Benjamin because he's the husband of Lady Frost.
Yeah.
How this guy hasn't been signed by any company is still beyond me because he is a awesome specimen. He looks like, he was dressed like if it was Sagat from Street Fighter. The same gear, the everything wrapped up, everything like that. So, and we know Akira from MLW. So that's as much as I know from Bloodsport.
So my thing with Akira, right? Like, and I hope he hears this because I don't know. I hope he does. I would love for him to come on here, talk his shit for multiple reasons. Like,
yeah, because you don't like him.
All I said was I don't like his deathmatch shit. That's all I've ever said.
Chef's a convert.
Like, I've been sitting there saying, I know he's talented. I'd rather him not do the deathmatch shit because I'd rather see him tell a story without fucking himself up and we get him longer. That's my knock, right? But, you know, I was going to say something later. I'll throw this in now since you want to throw it out there. So I would love to see him go to ICW, right? That's my favorite, one of my favorite promotions in Scotland. And they have a tournament thing, and it comes out to biggest thing. It's called the King of Insanity. They do light tubes and crazy shit and glass tables and all types of wild shit. And I'm not a fan of that. But get your bag however you're going to get it. And I would love to see him represent MLW and himself out there like that, right? Let it be seen, because to me, it's a little more match entitled. You got people going off the top ropes. It's like wrestling without the OD craziness. Call the King of Insanity. I think that'd be a dope notch under his belt to be labeled the King of Insanity if he won it. My thing is, like Rob K said when he went against Rocky Romero, we seen the side we knew he was. We've seen him not have to use any kind of hardcore nothing. We've seen him wrestle and he killed it. And you're like, this is the Akira we know he is, right? Like, we know this. Watching him in the Bloodsport and watching a bigger guy where he's reversing grapples and shit like that, whatever the word terminology is, he showed he could bang with bigger guys, right? Like Purge. But he executed, and I'm like, damn, this is another side to Akira I've wanted to see. But I would, like I said, we all would like to talk to Akira if we had the opportunity, ask him where he trains and you know, how he got into this. And I'd like to talk to him about horror shit because he's into horror movies, everything that comes with it. At the same time, I would love to see him have a real opportunity of being just his own guy. And to me, in Bloodsport and listening to that crowd, they weren't chanting the big guy's name when he won. They were chanting Akira's name. So you know what that said? All that abuse you took. Listen, at the end of the day, a lot of people understand the fight in the dog, and they can honestly, they go, man, I understand what that struggle is like. I feel like I've been down. I fought my way. Even if you don't win all the time and you've been through some shit, that's what that match was. And a lot of people sat back like, I can fuck with this guy. I can fuck with Akira. I really like Akira. But he lost, put in a great showing. So it wasn't a loss, it was a lesson. And it showcased himself. Like the David Goliath thing, even with a loss, he still technically won. He just didn't get a win on paper. That's how I felt about the match. I'm just saying. And I would love to see him go to ICW and do his thing too. Since he's a deathmatch guy, go there, kick some ass. Be dope if MLW did a partnership with them, start hitting different continents and shit, getting guys over, having guys come over here. I mean, right now we have in Chicago, we have all Hispanic wrestlers. I didn't even see Alex Kane on the roster, right? Like, nothing. But you also got to take advantage of this. Like we keep saying with MLW, you got to come back weekly. And if not, you got to start getting permission to use some of these matches. Because I'm pretty sure if you threw this on MLW's YouTube, people would love this shit. It's their guy. Akira's our guy. If you like him or not, he's part of the roster. Utilize this shit. Get your icon. Get fucking Akira. Have people wherever they're doing defending shit. Have Alex Kane kicking ass. All that good shit. We're good? Because I think I just kind of went on my own little tirade because this guy over here wants to say some bullshit.
Who?
You!
Didn't say anything?
I thought you did.
No, I say I don't watch Bloodsport.
It is what it is.
I'll just bookend it with, like, regardless of how like the partnership status between MLW and how they want to work those partnerships. The thing is like Akira's like, if you haven't seen Akira work, like actually work, like there's your taste of it. So if you guys are catching MLW, it's on Triller Plus. The whole the collective is, so you can go check yourself out some Bloodsport. It comes with your subscription, so there's no excuse not to do it if you don't already have it. Now it's just like he showed he can show off. I would love to see him do this in MLW now, because he really hasn't had that opportunity to fully show off what he could do. He's had the Rocky Romero match, but basically as soon as that was over, back in with the calling stuff. So so hopefully after War Games Part 2 drops on 420, he can move on and be doing his own thing and showing like why he can be one of the workhorses for MLW.
Absolutely. And I think he could be that staple of that middleweight division. Like, I think it should go through Akira. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's the guy's so talented, he's just not getting an opportunity. And it's kind of frustrating because I have no problem with them bringing in a bunch of guys from CMLL or just say New Japan or N.W.A or wherever else. I got no problem with that. But showcase our guys first. Put them in a position. Let them do their thing. You know, it doesn't always have to be someone comes over and then our guys take a back seat. There are guys for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the thing that frustrates me with some shows, especially MLW. You got people coming in and you got people that you stop seeing, right? Like, you're like, okay, well, like we were talking about the, I forgot, we call them Team EMT versus the Calling.
Yes.
Once that's over, like Rob just said, what are you going to do? Like, let this guy do his thing. I don't care if these guys disband and Jay Chris is a solo and he's a solo, because they already did what they had to do. They took out the Calling, right? Like, that's what we're hoping for. So let them do their thing. Give Akira, because that little sample, and I'm not saying little meaning, oh, it's just a small little thing we see in Rocky Romero. No, that was a huge thing to showcase how awesome Akira is versus a longtime veteran of Rocky Romero who can kill it everywhere he goes. And this guy just showed up. Yo, I could bang with him too. I could easily get into a ring and showcase my shit. Give these guys opportunity. Let's see more of them. That's all I gotta say. My fault for over talking. We out of here?
Hey.
Why not?
Listen, we did this one in 34 minutes. Rob K, MLW Confusion, Muffins Martinez, the man of a million emotes or whatever they're gonna call those things that keep dropping all over. Myself, OG Booty with Don Dada. If I didn't plug myself, pause. Oh, and the new one is, and I heard May say it, no Diddy.
No Diddy. Deuces. Balloons.
And you got